SillyPseudonym, Nova Drift. All that fun stuff. Ooh, options. Pulse Barrage was rather disappointing when I saw it last. Isn't any different if it's with siege weaponry? I'm curious. Let's try it out. And see what happens. Do I want to do Architect? Does improve rate of fire, so if I want to see if a construct actually uses Pulse well, it is the way to go. Just remember that Overseer does not work the way you think it does with this construct, not with the way it's set up. Am I giving up my shield? Let's see, is it worthwhile? I do not know. I am debating whether it's worthwhile or not to go towards the Apex Machinery. Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to give up my shield, but if I want to do Apex Machinery, that's the only way I can, is to give up my shield. Let's get the evasion. Yep. Launched me across the room. At least Pulse is reliable damage. I'll give it that much. Nanotech Reconstruction will keep my ally around much longer. And there's the Interceptor. All right. That didn't take too long, at least. I'm going to want hull regeneration, right? Or are we going down towards Essence Sap? Anything else I want from here? What about Candescence? Burnout reactors would mean faster rate of fire. I think I just want the reliable rate of fire, though. So yeah, we can try going down Essence Sap. We don't want Wingman, for obvious reasons. Volley to go down towards Barrage, on the other hand. Still debating whether this is a good choice. Well, I know it's not a good choice in a certain technical sense, but the proper path I want to get to the destination I want. Put it that way. Still not giving me the one I wish. Terminate is fine. There's focus fire. Then we just need burst fire. And we'll be good to go. Outmaneuver. It's the only way without wingmen to go down towards overpower. No experience from you. That's kind of rude. Firing array is not the one we want. Ally specialization, on the other hand. More ally hull, projectiles, assembly speed, and attack avoidance. All nice things to have. Do not want any of these. I want the rate of fire increased, but I also want overpower. And I also want elegant construction eventually. Alright, there you are, Omega. Pulse, as usual, should do very good work here. Blitz is more damage, but not a huge amount of damage. There's the essence sap. I'll take it. Essence sap might stop us from healing through hull regeneration, but it does provide a little bit of healing for every enemy we kill, which is not too shabby. I'll take the elegant construction here. Gives our constructs a little bit more hull, faster assembly speed, all that good stuff. And it will unlock shielded constructs, and from there, apex machinery. Armor's good, even if the channeling doesn't help us as much. Core shielding's still decent. Again, we'd not helped much by the regeneration, but the longer duration is nice with channeling. Velocity's okay here, but it's not what we really want. Magnitude is better. I take it over velocity. Again, not exactly what we're hoping for, but it's something. Goodbye, convoy. Oh, minefield. Yeah, this is when we definitely want to have some armor. There we are. Splinter is less than ideal for us, but I'll take some extra hull. There is shielded constructs, and that's all we need, combined with overpower, to get apex machinery unlocked. So let's do that. Still haven't gotten the rate of fire increase, which is a little worrisome, I will admit. Egads, quit targeting me so well, mine. Juggernaut is acceptable, as is Polar Inversion, actually. Probably not a very wise choice, but A lot of this build isn't wise, it's fun. Now go this way. Excellent. Yep, you leave my ally alone while they destroy you. Apex Machinery, alright. So far, so good with the rate of fire. Not exactly what we were wanting. I guess propulsive munitions could be interesting, but not that interesting. Splinters, not what we want. Velocity's fine, but again, not what we're hoping for here. I guess self-destruct is tolerably decent. Again, I don't want Overseer. It's just not worth it. Not with this kind of setup. Or I could give it my rerolls. Am I that impatient? Do I just take the payload? It does lower the rate of fire, but it does make the blast bigger. Let's try it out and see if that's worthwhile. I'm mostly interested in the effect of barrage, combined with siege weapons have with this build. But we kind of need the rate of fire increase tree to do all that. I'll take absorption here. Helps us survive those minefields, if nothing else. Blast radius is fine, but again, it's not the weapon mods we are looking for. Oh, pillow. Okay, splinters, not what we want. Shield cooldown doesn't really help us. Kinetic boost? Yeah, while it protects you, emergency systems. Doesn't affect our ally too much. Rupture would be fine. Decrease the blast rates to do more damage. Antimatter rounds. Kind of paranoid to take that with Essence Sap. Nope, don't do that, don't do that. Somehow I managed to hit only half of those, and still all of them. I was really trying for all of them, as you can tell. Lots of good mods here, but I think I want the mastery. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Shield cooldown? I suppose. Could wait for a reroll, but I have absolutely no idea how long that would take. At least shield cooldown leads to some more interesting text mods. Just got through playing a strategy game before creating this, so my mind may not be completely in the zone for this kind of game. Glad that we can heal off destroying those little mines. Since there's not much left of you. Twin Strike? I don't think so. Ugh. That improves the effectiveness of our constructs, so I guess that. It's not exactly what I was hoping for again. Trying to keep that under control in terms of number of projectiles being fired off. Pulling the enemies in thanks to the polar inversion is interesting, if nothing else. Again, none of these are all that good. I don't want antimatter rounds, do I? We'll try it. If nothing else, I can always stop firing and let my construct do the work to generate essence sap points for me. As long as we kill enemies, we're fine. Everything's fine. Larger blast radius is good, I guess. Maybe, possibly. Another Scion. Yep, turn this away, please. Thank you. You just do not want to give me... I didn't turn to a research body and accidentally banish it, right? No, there. Rapid fire. Excellent. I want all of these in the rapid fire tree. Thank you. Please give me more. That was starting to get rather frustrating. Just the power to pull the enemies out of their normal attack pattern is something to consider. It's not always good, mind, but it is something that changes the enemy behavior a little bit. Which can be beneficial, can be bad, and sometimes something else altogether. What in the world does Singular Strike do with this build? I have no clue. I do like the increased blast radius though, so I'll take this. Oh, that's fun. Instead of lots of little charges, I get one big one. That actually might be better. Might be worse too. Almost reminds me of what Singular Strike Flak looks like. But more powerful because of the blast radius. Not too shabby. Game, remember when I said I wanted anything from the rate of fire tree? Can't help but notice that none of those things are them. None of these things are them, in fact. I guess double tap. Everything's dying nice and neatly. But for how long? All of a sudden a scion appears, as if to answer my question. Okay, there we are. Well, you're a large one. Can't help but notice that there are no rate of fire mods up in here. Somewhat disappointed. No, don't do that. Game. 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 Velocity for more damage. Blitz for more damage. Force armor for more protection. Get the force armor this time. Some days the game gives you the mods you want so nicely and neatly. And other times it is rather coy with them, shall we say. Two more Celestials. Just got rid of two. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Probably should not just be eating all these hits. Well, that's all we need for unlocking the barrage. So good job, us. Glad I took some absorption now. Of course, now we have a 4 burst fire, which is probably not ideal for a lot of these enemies. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Hold on one moment. The burst fire delays everything so much. Probably should let the ally eat that shield attack rather than me. Let's look for a reroll because I don't really want any of that. Not sure what else to do though. Rerolls are going to be difficult to come by here. No rerolls yet. Okay. Fair enough. Just whenever you feel like it, game, take your time. He blatantly lies. Not very smart maneuvering on my part. I'm just going to have to take something here. Stabilization, fine. Warpath. Gets me down to siege weaponry. Alright. The bad news with these waves is how many enemy projectiles are on the screen. The good news is lots of enemies mean more chances for Essence Sap to save my bacon. It's getting so difficult to come by rerolls lately. And also more and more difficult to even get any upgrades. May have to give up on the dream of barrage. But we'll see. I'll try to survive long enough to see it through. No promises, though. What would I want with a revelation? More burst fire, I suppose. Rupture, some crowd control. That could be good. No, didn't quite get there, huh? I'm going to have to try that again. I really want to see what barrage looks like with this version of the mod. Nonetheless, that was at least somewhat different than normal. What else could I have done differently there? Be more aggressive early on with rerolls to ensure I got barrage. That seems to be the main thing. If I really want to see barrage and siege weaponry, I should have made that my number one priority early on. Ah well, you live and hopefully learn. As ever, thank you all for coming by.